Hi everyone and welcome to this YIN yoga routine for digestion. Today we're going to do some poses that will help to stimulate the liver, the kidneys and the gallbladder. And these poses will also help out your stomach and your spleen as well. As always, it is a nice idea to have some cushions or yoga blocks nearby in case you do need them. And because this is yin yoga, we're going to be holding these poses for about 3 to 5 minutes each. And that's going to give you lots of time to really bring your awareness and your attention into your digestive system and just help to stimulate things and get things moving again. So we're going to start today in Sphinx pose. If you're ready to begin, you can come to lie on the front of your body. Your feet can be whatever distance apart feels natural for them. And then you can have your elbows in front of you on the mat. You might take a moment just to clasp opposite elbows so you can find an appropriate distance for you. And then try to keep your elbows at that distance apart. Forearms can come back to the mat then. Fingers are spread nice and wide apart. If this feels too intense on your lower back and your spine, you can always move your elbows further away from you. Gazing straight out ahead here, or you can look down towards your mat. We'll be here for 5 minutes in total. For the last 2 minutes of this hold, there will be an option to go a little bit deeper and to come into seal pose. But for now, just bring your awareness to your lower back. You might be feeling that compression within the lower back. And this is going to help to stimulate your kidneys, which are down right there at the base of your spine. And this pose also helps to stimulate and massage your stomach and your spleen. So keep sending your breath into those areas. Breathing in deeply to feel your stomach spreading across the mat. Feel your breath traveling down towards your kidneys. And then with each exhale, just letting go of whatever is not needed. One of the ways that yin yoga works is that it helps you to bring your awareness into your body. And where attention goes, energy flows. So we want to focus on our kidneys for now. Focus on your stomach, your spleen. Just keep sending all your awareness in there. If at any point throughout our practice today you find yourself engaged in thinking, just try your best to stop those thoughts and come back to your body, back to your breath. Now, if you're staying in Sphinx pose, make sure that your chest is still shining forward, that you haven't collapsed on yourself. And if you do want to take this pose a little bit deeper by coming into seal pose, we'll do that by bringing our hands back towards our chest. And then slowly peel your upper body off of your mat. Your hands, or your arms rather, might be straight here, and that's okay. Just be conscious not to lock your elbows too tightly. Again here, if this feels too intense, you can bring your hands further in front of you. And then we'll Find our true seal pose by bringing our hands towards the edges of the mat, allowing your fingers to all point away from your body. If you need to come out of any pose today earlier, that's absolutely okay. Come back to your breath and keep sending it all the way down into your lower back, into your belly region, sending all of that good healing energy inwards. We'll take our last 3 breaths here for this pose. And now you can start to slowly peel yourself back down onto the ground. Big release here, sending lots of energy to the kidneys. And whenever you're ready, you can come back into child's pose, bringing your knees together on the mat or as close together as you can get them. Your big toes come together and you can sit back onto your heels or onto a cushion or yoga block here. And then we'll bring our forehead back down to the mat. Hands can either come in underneath the forehead for support, or you can have them palms facing up next to your feet. We'll be here in child's pose for 1 minute, just allowing your back to round again. Also getting a nice massage for your digestive organs. So take advantage of that by breathing deeply in and deeply out. Whenever you're ready to come back from child's pose, you can do so. Finding yourself sitting on the mat again. Now our next pose is Swan Pose for 1 minute, then we're going to take it down into Sleeping Swan for 3 minutes, and then we're going to come back to rest in Child's Pose for 1 minute. So we'll start on the right side. Hands can come towards the front of the mat, and then you can bring your right knee roughly in between your hands. Your back knee might slide back slightly here. And we want to be really mindful of this front knee, making sure we're not causing any pain or too much discomfort for it. With your back foot, you can have the toes on the mat, or you can bring the top of your foot to your mat, whichever feels better for you. And we just want to make sure we're not collapsing into our right hip here, that we are keeping the pelvis relatively square. If you do need some support, you can place a cushion or a yoga block in underneath this right hip. So here we are in Swan Pose, and we'll be here for 1 minute. Swan is a really good pose to stimulate and target your liver, and again, doing really good work for your gallbladder and your kidneys as well. So let's bring our awareness inwards. allow your breath to travel into every single cell of your internal body. And each time you exhale, you're letting go of any toxins or stress or anything that might be caught up in your internal body. You're welcome to stay here in Swan, but if you do want to go that little bit deeper, you can slowly bring your forearms down onto the mat in front of you. Again, keeping some awareness with this front knee, making sure we're not causing any pain. And then we'll be here for 3 minutes. Option to rest your forehead onto your hands, or maybe your forehead will come onto the mat. You can also rest your head onto a cushion or a yoga block. And once again, just checking in on the pelvis, making sure it's still square to the front of your mat. You haven't collapsed into your right hip. And now that we're in Sleeping Swan, we're also bringing some stimulation to the stomach, the spleen. You might notice how your breath feels different in your body now. And each inhale and exhale is massaging all of those internal organs. You might be feeling the stretch within your right glute. And in Yin Yoga, we sometimes talk about meridian lines. These are like energetic highways that run through your body. And sometimes these highways can get congested and blocked. And it means that our organs sometimes are not receiving all of the energy that they need. So by stretching here through our right glute, we're opening up that meridian line, clearing any congestion, and now all of your energy can flow back into your liver and into your gall bladder. So let's take a few more breaths here, imagining that each breath is clearing that line more and more. And take one more full breath in and out. And as you're ready, you can start to slowly reverse, making our way back into Swan. And then eventually we'll find our way back in Child's Pose. But you can take your time getting there. We'll have a full minute to rest in Child's Pose. With your next inhale, you can bring your fingertips back to the mat and then push yourself back up into a seated position. We'll repeat that on the left side. So when you're ready, you're bringing your left knee forward. Right knee might slide back. We have our hips square to the front of the mat, and if needed, you're placing a cushion or a yoga block in underneath your left hip. So staying here in Swan for 1 minute. Starting to feel that gentle opening within your left glute this time. Training yourself to automatically bring your awareness into your body, to focus your attention on your breath, and to just quietly let go of any thoughts or any other external distractions that are happening. And if you wish to do so, you can make your way down into Sleeping Swan. We'll be here for 3 minutes, trying your best to keep all of your attention in the left side of the body. Keeping your awareness within the belly region with your breath. Each inhale is healing, relaxing, stimulating your body. And each exhale is letting go of stress, toxins, anything that you don't need. Take 3 more full breath cycles in Sleeping Swan. In your own time, you can come back to Child's Pose. And when you're there, just dropping into Child's Pose, letting your body digest and process the poses that we've done so far. You might take your last few breaths here just to feel that stretch of your spine, the opening of your lower back, and the gentle compression of your belly. Send your breath into all of the areas that are asking for it right now. And with an inhale, you can slowly bring yourself back. And when you're there, you can sit with your legs long in front of you. Give yourself a moment or two, maybe just to shake them out, stretch your toes, rotate your ankles, do whatever you need to do here. Our next pose is Shoelace pose. We're going to be there for 5 minutes if you can. If you need to support yourself a little bit in shoelace, if you feel like you're not so flexible in the hips, you can sit up on a cushion or a yoga block. So we'll start by bringing the left foot to the outside of the right hip. This is half shoelace, and you can stay here, or if you do want to go that little bit deeper, you can now bend your right knee, so your right foot is beside your left hip. Now we want to make sure that we're not sitting on our feet and that you can feel both of your seat bones pressing into whatever it is that you're sitting on. So take some time to wiggle around and to get yourself into this shoelace. Once again, we're really targeting the outside of the glutes, so we're opening up those meridian lines to the liver. In a moment, we're going to twist, and that's really going to help to stimulate the liver and the gall bladder as well. So we have our left knee on top. That means we're going to rotate towards the left. So when you're ready, you can bring your right hand to the outside of this left knee. Left hand just comes in behind you. Take a moment to inhale, and as you exhale, start to slowly twist. So eventually you might look back behind you. Now just take it at your own pace. Don't force anything here. If you're not completely twisted, that's okay. We're going to stay here for 3 minutes if you can. So once again, train yourself to bring your awareness internally. Connect to your breath and stay with it. And sending all of your attention into your internal body. Knowing that you're really stimulating your digestive system here, especially your liver. The liver is on the right side of the body, just below the rib cage. So you might bring some of your focus there and just feel that gentle twist to it. Within this pose, you might get invites to go a little bit deeper. And if you do, if your body is feeling open to it, you can gently twist a little bit more, taking it to the next edge and then just patiently waiting, seeing if you get that invite to twist again to the next edge. And we'll be here for about 1 more minute. Take one more deep breath in. As you exhale, you can start to slowly untwist. We're going to keep our legs in the shoelace position, and now we're going to bend towards the right. So the right fingertips can come down onto the mat, and then we're doing a big rainbow with our left arm, making sure that you're still keeping both of your seat bones pressing down. We're not collapsing over to the right. So you can start to feel that stretch all through the left side of your upper body. You can rotate your chest slightly towards the sky here, again making sure that we're not collapsing down. We're going to stay here for 2 minutes if we can. And just like before, as time passes and your body starts to open up a little bit, you might receive those invitations to go that little bit deeper, to amplify that stretch all along your left rib cage. And once again, we have really good stimulation for the digestive system. So keep your awareness in there. Now you might be feeling that gentle squeeze of the liver. Now you can start to undo the entire pose nice and slowly. And once you're out, you might do whatever you need to do, just shaking out your legs or stretching your feet again. We'll repeat on the opposite side. So this time your right foot comes to the outside of your left hip first. And now you can keep your left leg long, or you can bend the knee so the left foot is beside the right hip. And once again, making sure you're not sitting on your feet. You can feel both of your seat bones pressing into whatever you're sitting on. And we'll just take a little moment to settle in. Both sides of the body are very different, so we'll just see what we're feeling on this side of the pose. When you are ready to take it into a twist, we'll twist towards the right, bringing the left arm to this top knee. Right arm comes in behind us somewhere. Inhale to lengthen up through your spine, and exhale to slowly rotate, eventually maybe looking back behind you. And as you start to slowly twist here, you can imagine that you're starting the twist at the base of your spine and very slowly working up through your torso until eventually you can turn the crown of your head. Keeping your awareness within your glutes, within that stretchy sensation, and within the twist around your internal organs. And then feeling that gentle pressure on the liver. Feeding and nourishing it with each breath in. Getting rid of toxins with each breath out. When you're ready, you can start to undo your twist. And this time we're going to bend towards the left, so the left hand can come down onto the mat or onto the floor to the left. Your right arm is doing a big rainbow. Taking it really slowly, we'll be here for 2 minutes. So just finding your first edge, one that allows you to keep both of your seat bones pressing down. And it allows you to keep your chest open and slightly pointed towards the sky. And then as you get those invitations to go deeper, you can start to bend a little bit more towards the left, keeping your awareness within that stretchy feeling through the right side of the body. If at any point through your yin yoga practice you feel the urge to sigh, you can allow yourself to do that. That is your body getting rid of something. And if you can, we'll take 3 more breaths here. And then we'll slowly come out. Unraveling the legs. Again, here a big sigh might be in order, just helping your body to release. And we'll do some windshield wipers now by leaning back on the hands, having the feet about mat with distance apart. Knees are bent, and then we're slowly dropping them from side to side. And keep your awareness around your hips and your lower back, and just feel your body letting go of any of that tension that's in there. Inhaling to lift the knees and exhaling to drop them. And now we'll come into our next pose, which is straddle. So we're sitting on the mat. We're going to be here for around 10 minutes in total. So if you do need to sit up on a cushion or a yoga block, of course, you can do that to make this pose a little bit more comfortable. And then for straddle, we're bringing the feet as wide apart as is comfortable. We don't have to force anything here. You can always keep a little bend in your knees if you need to, and you can support the knees by having a rolled up blanket or a cushion in underneath. And if your hamstrings are very tight, you can even have the soles of your feet on the floor. That's absolutely okay. Now we want to make sure that our pelvis isn't tilted backwards, that we have the pelvis tilted forwards. And then when you're ready, we're going to reach up with the arms, rotate so your body is looking over the right leg. And then as you exhale, you can fold over this right leg. Again, we don't have to force anything, just take it nice and slowly, one edge at a time. We'll be here for 3 minutes in total. So imagine that you're trying to get your nose towards your knee. Of course, it doesn't have to. But as it starts to drop, you'll feel that stretching within your lower back on the left side. And again, here we're opening up that meridian line, sending all of the energy to your liver and your gallbladder. And since we're also targeting the lower back, we're helping our kidneys, stimulating that area as well. So allow your attention and your energy to flow into these sensations that you're feeling. Keep sending your breath deep into wherever it's needed the most. And we'll be here for about 2 more minutes. In this pose, you might get those invites to go deeper. Maybe you can drop your nose a little bit lower, walk your fingertips a little bit further away, and just explore your edges within straddle pose. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And with an inhale, you can push the floor away from you, slowly coming back up. Taking a moment in the center just to feel whatever you're feeling. And now we'll take it to the left side, so you can inhale to reach your arms up, rotate to look over the left leg, and then slowly fold over it. Nose is trying to come towards the left knee. Both seat bones are staying grounded. And now attaching your awareness to all of the sensation you're feeling within the right side of the body. Maybe bringing it back into those digestive organs, onto your kidneys. And now keep sending your breath to those areas. We're here for about 1 more minute if you can be. So just checking in, making sure the mind is still with the body. The breath is still nourishing all of those areas that we're targeting. And you're patiently playing with your edges. And when you're ready, you can slowly press yourself away from the floor, coming back to center and just feeling whatever you feel. And we've gone right, we've gone left, so now we're going to go straight down the middle. So you can just inhale your spine straight and then exhale, allow it to fold forward. Walk the hands away from you and then imagine you're trying to touch your nose to the floor. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. One last opportunity to stretch through the lower back, bringing all of our fresh energy to the kidneys. And here again, you're compressing your belly, massaging your stomach and your spleen with each breath. And we're here for about 1 more minute. So maybe that's 6 breaths completely focused on your body. As you're ready, you can push yourself away from the floor, gently coming back up. Now we can release a straddle pose with some windshield wipers, so you can slowly get your legs back together. Bend the knees, lean back on your hands, and then exhale to drop to the side. Inhale to lift back up. And if you're feeling a little release for your shoulders and your upper body, you can do some hammock pose here by just bending the knees and then lifting the hips up, gently dropping the head back to open up the chest and the shoulders. And you could repeat that a few times. Now for our next few poses before we do our corpse pose, we're going to be lying on the back. So you can come on down to lie on your mat. And once you're there, you might just give yourself a moment to just drop into the floor. Feel all of your muscles now supported by the ground beneath you. Now we're going to come into banana pose. So when you're ready, you can bring your hands onto your hips and then bring both of your feet down into the bottom left corner of your mat. Hips will stay in the center, so your hands can make sure that they do that. And then lift your head and shoulders, bringing them towards the top left corner. So we've made a banana shape. To go a little bit deeper, you can bring your arms up past your head, reaching both of your hands for the top left corner as well. And to go deeper again, you might cross your right ankle over the left, and you can hold your right wrist with your left hand and very gently pull that right arm up and away. So you might be starting to feel that stretch all through the right side of your body. And this pose targets the gall bladder. We'll stay here for 3 minutes. And as always, we're training ourselves to keep our awareness with our breath and with our body. If at any point you start to feel tingling or numbness within your arms and your hands, you can just bring them down a bit closer to your body. They can also just be alongside the body. We'll be here for 1 more minute, just gently stretching out any congestion, using the breath to clear the internal body. When you're ready to come out of banana pose, you can bring your arms back towards the hips. bring the entire body back into the center of the mat. And then when you're ready, we're going to the other side, bringing both feet into the bottom right corner. Keep your hips in the center and your head and shoulders come towards the top right corner. Arms might reach overhead. And this time your left ankle might cross over the right, and you might take your left wrist into your right hand. Tapping into all of the sensation you're feeling within the left side of the body. And just noticing those pockets of tension or those areas of congestion. And then just using your breath to clear it out. We'll stay here for 3 more big breaths. And then you can start to undo the pose, making your way back to center. Feeling whatever you feel here, and maybe just resting your knees against each other. If you need to release your lower back here, you can bring your knees towards your chest and just give yourself a little hug. Now our final pose before corpse pose is a 2-knee twist. We're going to hold it for 3 minutes on each side. So you can bring your arms out wide left to right, having your palms facing down. Now we want to gently press our palms into the ground here so we keep our arms slightly active. Then both knees come towards the chest. Peel the tailbone slightly off of the ground and then drop both knees over towards the right. Now you want to make sure that you can keep both of your shoulders connected to the ground so you can find the right height and position for your knees that allow you to do that. If you want to go a little bit deeper here, you can look over towards the left. So here we have a pose that targets the kidneys, the gallbladder, and the liver. And you're also massaging your stomach and your spleen. So once again, just allow your awareness to fall over those regions. And if you start to feel any tension or congestion or blockages, just send your breath in to help clear it out. Take 3 more big belly breaths. And now you can start to bring your knees back to center. Bring the arms back down for a moment. Feel whatever you feel. And then we'll repeat, bringing the arms back wide, left to right, palms gently pressing down. Knees come towards the chest, peel the tailbone off the ground, and then drop both knees to the left. You can stack your hips here and make sure both of your shoulders are on the ground. To go deeper, look towards the right. And before your attention has time to go anywhere else, bring it down into your kidney, in your lower back on the right side. Bring it to your liver, in underneath your rib cage. Feel that gentle twist of your stomach, your spleen. And then feel all of your digestive organs getting that massage with each breath in and out. And once again here, if your arms are feeling tingly, you can just bring your hands down closer to your body. And remember to gently press your palms into the earth, not creating any tension, but just maintaining a little bit of activity within the body. Now take 3 more big breaths. And as you're ready, you can come back to center. Doing whatever the body is craving here. It might be some windshield wipers, or maybe it's a hug. Or you might be ready just to find some stillness in corpse pose. And we'll spend the last 5 minutes of this practice in corpse position, just allowing the body to soak up all the benefits of the poses that you practiced, allowing your body to absorb all that nice energy that you've created. So you can either have your legs long on the mat, or you can let your knees rest against each other. Have your palms facing up and allow your arms to take up as much space as they need. And the same goes for the legs. Tuck your chin slightly towards your chest. And allow the ground to completely support the weight of your body. Just letting all of your muscles drop. Feeling your bones drop. And feeling all the liquids of your body just drop into the floor. And relax your jaw and soften your facial muscles. You might be feeling this new energy now traveling all through your body, helping to nourish your kidneys, your liver, your gallbladder, and your entire digestive system. So we're going to give the body the next few minutes just to heal and recover, and then I'll let you know when it's time to come back. If you're ready to come out of the pose, you can start to make small movement. Moving in whatever way your body is asking you to. There's no rush to do so, but when you're ready, you can come back up into a seat. And we will officially end our practice here. So I hope you enjoyed that digestive yin routine. I hope you find it beneficial. If you do feel as though your liver, your kidneys, your gallbladder, or just your digestive system in general needs a little bit of help and support, then keep coming back to this routine, keep practicing it, and with time these poses really do help. I also have some other digestive yin videos if you want to check those out as well. And if you did enjoy this video, please like it and make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well so we can practice again together in the future. So I'll see you soon. Until then, take good care and goodbye.